Hello from Tennessee. I'm wearing the GA 2100. It's day 7 of the August challenge. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, my buddy Pete over at Not So Obvious Watches dropped a video this morning where he was asking his viewers questions. One of the questions was on the market in China. I'm not going to touch that one. But he did have two that I wanted to respond to instead of just writing a response on his YouTube site. But first off, I've linked his video down below, so stop watching me now, come back, watch his video first, and then continue. What you waiting for? Go, go. Okay, so the two questions I want to address are one, what's, not paraphrasing, but what's the deal with Hamilton? He was indicating that in Australia, you can't even buy Hamilton. So I'm going to hit that one first. I'm gonna break this down into two components. For me, the reason I got my Hamilton khaki field, if I'm just being totally transparent and honest, is when I first started in this hobby, a lot of folks that I was listening to on YouTube mentioned that watch and said it was a great one to get as a starter field watch. I looked at specs on it. It has like that Powermatic 80 movement in it, ETA movement, sapphire crystal. I like the Arabics on it, the legibility. So I purchased it, and it is one that, if I'm being honest, will probably remain in my collection. I eventually want to get a bracelet for it, but overall, I find it an enjoyable watch. It's light. It's the 38 mil with the the lugs are a bit longer on it, which some people have an issue with. This particular one is the automatic version. It's 100-meter water resistant, so I enjoy the watch. But the one thing I was thinking about too, if you think about Hamilton as a brand and from a historical perspective, one of the reasons maybe it's big in the United States is just the history behind it. They've been in business since 1892, and were U.S. owned, I think out of Pennsylvania off the top of my head, but they were sold in 1974. And if you think about that period of time, in the 30s, they were used for major airlines. The major airlines, the pilots were using the watches back in the 30s. In 1940s, you had World War II, and the watches were being supplied. They, stopped domestic operation, and they were supplying them to our troops. And then 1961, which is the Hamilton Ventura. Elvis wore that in a movie. So, for anybody that's a little bit older who remembers Elvis or has parents, for me, my mom was a huge Elvis fan, had all the records. I still remember the day that he passed away, where I was when my dad told my mom. So the following through that period of time was just huge. So I guess in essence iconic, especially from the United States market standpoint. So that's my take on Hamilton. Second was why people like bracelets and lume. I'm going to hit the bracelets component first. For me, bracelets, I consider myself a bracelet guy, but I like all kinds of straps. And I think when I initially got into watches, aesthetically, when I'm looking at a watch on a nice leather strap, there's something that is super appealing about that. I have bought a lot of leather straps. I have yet to probably pay up what I need to pay up for a leather strap to find one that I really, really super enjoyed. I do enjoy some stuff on NATO on occasion. I find that most of the NATOs I've been using are too long. I've seen some other styles, so I'm not opposed to other strap styles too as well. And I know some. I'm thinking of one leather strap that comes with the Tudor, the new Tudor. I saw Bobby Legs has got that new Tudor. That leather strap looks killer. If you look at some of the leather straps, and I'm having a hard time thinking about brand specifically, but have the outer side, the leather on one side, and then kind of like a rubberized, or that's not even a word, but vulcanized rubber on the underside. So there's a lot of other cool straps on that, but for me, it seems like the bracelet really just completes the watch. I like sometimes the heft of it. I like the way it feels. I like the way it looks. I like the jewelry component of it too as well. So so that's really it on bracelets. Now lume was the other question. Is like, why such a big deal about lume? So I asked a few of my buddies what they thought first, and one response was, lume makes you smile. It's useful. It's alive. And one response was, because I'm a 12-year-old. For me, it's about, like, I just think it's cool. Is it? I think that's it. It's cool. Like when you look at lume, like I'm guilty of, like, coming in after being out in the sun with a watch that has lume on, finding a dark room, taking a shot. There's just something about it that just is appealing. It's just that maybe the technology aspect of it. I just find it, like I said, the lack of a better phrase, just super cool to look at, and I think it just enhances. I think it enhances the watch. But again, just a personal aesthetic preference. So that's it, guys. Chime in down below if you have additional thoughts, on Hamilton, or two of, why are you into bracelets? Why lume? If you haven't done it already, which you should have stopped and gone, make sure you check out Pete's channel. Again, that's linked down below. He brings up some great topics, and please check him out, and also like and subscribe here too as well. So as always, guys, stay positive, make friends, enjoy the journey, and I'll catch y'all real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.